everybody, welcome back to Bookish Blonde. So today for you, we have part 2 of Go With The Flow. So Go With The Flow books of April, May, and June. So I wanted to start off by saying I did a horrible job of doing my intro to part 1 of this video back in, let's see, you would have seen it in March. And so I just want to say I'm sorry to Sarah, one of my bestest bookish besties. I didn't even mention her in my intro, and so Go With The Flow, as you probably will know, is something that we did in 2024 just together for fun to have this yearly challenge, and we had so much fun with it. We decided to do it again for 2025 and share it with you guys. So here's the image of our board, and I hope some of you are doing this with us. It's so fun. Last year I had I think 10 books were out of 12 were great. But you know, Sarah and I had such a fun time getting on Zoom calls together, chatting about what prompts we wanted to do and all of that. So yeah. So I'm sorry, Sarah, I didn't mention you in the first part 1. That was really stupid of me, but here we are, ready for the vlog for part 2. So for March's book, I read Find Me by Alifair Burke. I gave this 3.5 stars. And so for April's prompt, we are supposed to pick out something from page 100. So any word on page 100 of March's book should be in the title of April's book. So on page 100, I have the word words. So I am picking up for April Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. I am so excited to get started on this book. It's a thriller. It's pretty short. I'm guessing I'll fly through it. But yeah, this is April's pick. This story, we're following a wife who is about to go back to work after having a baby and being on maternity leave. And then there's some breaking news. It takes place in London, and the police arrive and tell her that her husband, Luke, is involved in basically a hostage situation, and he's the one holding people hostage. Yeah, it says from the author of Reese's book club pick and New York Times bestseller, Wrong Place, Wrong Time, which I loved, comes an addictive thriller about a new mother whose world is upended when her husband commits a terrifying crime. How well does she truly know the man she loves? And what danger does she face if her entire life has been built on a lie? What is the lie, you guys? I have to know. So yes, this is April's book. I'll give you my thoughts. I hope you're joining along with us with Go With The Flow. We're having so much fun. Sarah, I love you. I'm sorry I didn't mention our collaboration piece. I don't know what I was thinking. And I'll be back with my thoughts when I get to about the halfway mark. Let me get started. See you guys. Bye. Okay, so I got myself a little snack. I haven't read anything else, but I thought I would show you guys real quick. I went to the library today to pick up something for my daughter, and I may have come home with 5 books that I don't even know if I will have time to read, but I know that helps your library out. So what did I get, you ask? I will show you. All the Other Mothers Hate Me by Sarah Harmon. This one is about a 31-year-old party girl who ends up, her 10-year-old son, Dylan, his bully at school goes missing, and so it's a story of she tries to find out what's going on, clear her son's name, and I guess all the other mothers hate her, and I've heard it's really good. And it's just a premise that I have not really read before or heard too many books that are similar to this. It says the only problem, Florence has no useful skills, let alone investigative ones, and all the other school moms hate her. Oh, and Florence has a reason to suspect Dylan might not be as innocent as she'd like to believe. The missing boy is 10-year-old Alfie Risby, and to be perfectly honest with you, he's a little shit, is what it says on here. So that had me laughing. It says a biting, twisty, utter delight of a thriller. So I picked that up. I can't remember where I heard this, but this was sitting there, and I'm like, that's so funny because I just heard this on, you know what it was? I was on a live with Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library a couple weeks ago, and this is The Haunting of Hecate Cavendish, book 1 by Paula Braxton. Never heard of it until the other day, and then it was just sitting there. It looks like it's a mystery historical fiction. Let's see. The enchanting first installment in New York Times bestselling author Paula Braxton's new series featuring Kate Cavendish, assistant librarian, rule breaker, and Victorian ghostbuster. England, 1881 it takes place. And yeah, it just sounds good. Sounds good. I heard good things about it. It's not too long. So there's that one. Can you guys see? The lighting's not the best. And then I picked up, actually you guys can't know about that one. That one's a surprise for a video I have planned. I picked up Junie by Aaron Crosby Eckstein. This is such a beautiful cover. This light is not doing it justice. But this is a new historical fiction. The cover grabbed me. It was on my anticipated, I think it came out last month. Let's see. It just has the year in here, duh. A young girl must face a life-altering decision after awakening her sister's ghost, navigating truths about love, friendship, and power as the Civil War looms. So, haven't read, I don't think, any historical fiction about Civil War, personally. So, I'm very excited. And hopefully it's as good as the cover, because that's gorgeous. And then the last one just kind of grabbed my attention. Mask of the Deer Woman by Lori L. Dove. It's such a cool cover. Do you guys love that cover? I love that cover. My husband is a hunter, so I think the deer antlers kind of caught me, but I don't even know what it's about, but I just picked it up. In this powerful and chilling debut thriller, an investigator haunted by her past and the mythical deer woman races to bring a missing girl home before it's too late. Okay. So we're following an ex-Chicago detective named Carrie Starr. She's hit rock bottom. Oh, her daughter died. That's horrible. She has nowhere to go but back to her roots. Starr's father never talked much about the reservation where he was raised, but the tribe needs a new marshal as much as Starr needs a place to call home. In the past decade, too many young women have disappeared from the res. Some dead, others just gone. Now local college student Shanoa Cloud is missing, and Starr falls into an investigation that leaves her drowning in memories of her daughter, the girl she failed to save. I'm not going to keep reading. Sounds good. It actually sounds a lot like, oh gosh, what is that other title? Shudder? A little bit? Although Shudder, I think the character, it's by Ramona something. She can like talk to ghosts. I don't know. It kind of sounds similar to that. But there's that one. So yeah, so I picked those up. I don't know when I'll get to them or if I'll get to them, but I would like to at least try a chapter or two so that if I don't get to read them all the way through, I can know if I should keep them on my radar. And yeah, okay, I'm going to get back to reading and then I will check in and let you guys know my latest thoughts about Famous Last Words. Okay, I've only read 35 pages, but holy crap, we've had some twist, and now we're on Act 2. It's starting Act 2. I don't know if this is spoilery or not, so if it is, I apologize. But Act 2 is titled 7 Years After the Siege. So we just jumped 7 years in time. And the hostage situation wasn't even completed. So I'm a little confused. We'll see. But yeah, oh my gosh. The last 35 pages were very action-packed. Like, chapter 17 is half a page. So, like I said, I am flying through this book. So, okay. That's it. I don't know. This book is not very long. Let's see. It's 324 pages. So, I will try to check in again before the end. I'm still going to read a little bit more right now, and then I got to get going. I'm going over to my sister's house. I'm very lucky, and one of my sisters lives literally 10 minutes down the road. And she has 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, and I love them so much, of course. But the oldest has an awards thing at his school, and of course, the awards go through like bedtime. So I'm going to go over there, feed the younger 2 dinner, and get them bathed and read stories with them and put them to bed. And I'm very excited. My youngest, Ava, who's 12, she is going to come just because she's a big help. I don't need her necessarily to help, but she has a lot more energy than I do. She's a lot younger, so than me. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. So I might read a little bit more, but I have to go soon. So I will check in with you guys in a day or two when I have a chance to read another 50 pages or so. Okay, have a good day. Bye. Hey everyone. Okay, I finished Famous Last Words. 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. For being such a short book, it packed a punch. Let's see. I can't obviously give away anything about this book. It would just ruin it for you guys. But I thought, so basically there's 3 timelines. There's 2 points of views. I felt like the pacing was perfect. Even though I kind of felt like there was only one of 2 ways this book could have ended, but I never felt like bored. I never felt like there were definitely some twists and surprises, and it wasn't too hard to kind of guess how this was all going to wrap up. But that being said, like, I still really enjoyed it. She does such a great job at making me relate to her characters. I thought Niall, who was the hostage negotiator, his point of view was throughout the book, and I thought that was a really cool, unique perspective. I thought that was really awesome. And then, oh gosh, what was her name? Camilla, she's a new mom. I remember being in that stage of life and just like second guessing things from lack of sleep and all of that, the whole newborn, the first year of your child, like, it's a lot. And I can't imagine going through this. This basically was a love story set in a time of a hostage situation called the siege, and you had a mystery unraveling, and I loved how this ended up. I loved how it wrapped up. The ending was great. And yeah, another great read for Go With The Flow. I need to pick a book for May that is a different time period. I'm trying to remember, like, this just read as in like right now, present day. Like, it didn't really have dates in there. Now, of course, there were different timelines, but it was all now moving forward. So for my next read, I'm gonna pick up something in a different time. So I need to find a book that I want to read for May that's a different timeline. So let me go look real quick. I think I know what I'm going to read, and I'll be right back. Okay, for May's Go With The Flow, I am going to pick up Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. I am just super anxious to see if this is worth all the hype I keep hearing on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. And I mean, it was a Reese's Book Club, so I don't usually do great with Reese's Book Club. They're hit or miss for me, so we'll see, but this one sounds so good. This one takes place in the 50s and 60s, I believe. So definitely a different timeline. But this is a mystery, and it also has a little bit of a love story in there. It says, a sweeping love story with a pace and twist of a thriller, Broken Country is a novel of simmering passion, impossible choices, and explosive consequences that toggle between the past and present to explore the far-reaching legacy of first love. So that being said, I can't wait. This sounds really good. I've heard great things. So yep, this is what I'm going to read. So I will check in after I get started on this. I'm actually currently, at the time filming this, in the middle of 2 books already, so it's going to be a minute, but I will get this read in May. So yeah. All right, I'll check in later. Hello. Okay, first check-in for Broken Country. I am 56 pages in. I'm really enjoying this, you guys. So the main timeline is in the 60s. We do get some flashbacks into the 50s as well, so it definitely is working for a different time period. But yeah, this is so good. I'm really enjoying the writing. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but Beth is really getting herself, she's putting herself in a very awkward, uncomfortable position, and I'm really nervous for her, and I keep telling her, like, you shouldn't do that, like. So as far as how the first 50 pages is unfolding, the things that we know on the jacket cover, the description, which some people might not even read that and not, you know, want to go into it blind, but we know that there is a situation where Beth's first love comes back into their hometown, and everyone in the town hates him, but you're not sure why yet. I'm really liking all of the characters. Beth's husband, Frank, has a brother as well, and even the brother's side character I'm enjoying. Just their family dynamic is very entertaining. We get some couple of pages here and there where it's in the middle of a trial, but you don't know who's on trial or for what, so that's intriguing as well. So overall, I don't know much yet, but I cannot stop turning the pages. I don't want to put this down, which is a great feeling. So far it's on to a great start. I'm going to sit here and read more, and I may check in depending on how far I get. But so far this is going really well. Loving it. Okay, so I made the mistake of sitting down with Broken Country while I drank my pre-workout before I go downstairs in the basement and do a little home workout, because I don't want to work out now. I can't put this down. I just got to part 3, page 179. This book is not too long. I think I have, yeah, it's 303 pages. So I don't have that long to go. But we just had a reveal that had my mouth drop. Her writing, Claire Leslie Hall, I'm just so impressed by her storytelling. This is a book that makes me think, like, how the heck does someone think about this story and write it? This is a story that was well thought out. The end was written before she even started. It's not one of those like, ooh, I have a good idea for a book and start writing, and then as you're writing, figure out the ending. Not that I have room to talk. I am not a writer, so I don't mean that against anybody's writing style or anything. I'm definitely not a writer, but oh my gosh, this book is packing such a punch for how short it is. I am fully invested. I am all there for Beth, and it's hard because her decisions she's making are making me frustrated, because I know she's just putting herself in a position that's going to continually, she just keeps going down this rabbit hole. But thoroughly invested. I got a little teary-eyed at this last part I just read. Didn't full on cry, but definitely emotional. At one point last night, I was reading this in bed, and my husband's like, wow, good book. I'm like, yeah, actually, why? And he's like, you just look really into that book. Yeah, so it's so good. I will check in at the end. There's not much more I can say about it because it will spoil things for you. I actually, when I go to edit this video, I am going to look back, because I think in one of my first check-in with this, I think I said something that was spoilery, so I might have to go back in and edit that. But you would already have known that once you saw this clip, so that was a moot point. But anyways, oh my gosh, pick this up. Definitely infidelity as a trope, so if that's a trigger for you, don't pick it up. But if you can read about that, this is on a must-read list. This is gonna be 5 stars. I will be shocked if something happens where I'm like, no, it's not 5 stars. This is what I'm going to probably be putting on favorites of the year. I know it's early, but it's definitely gonna go on the post-it in my journal as a possibility if it doesn't get knocked out. I don't know, but this is so good. So good. I'm dying for someone else I can talk to read this. So if you've read this, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Nothing spoilery, I guess, because that could ruin it for someone, but oh my god, this is so good. So I'll check it in when I'm done. I wish I could be more open with my thoughts and my words, but can't, because it'll ruin it for you. You got to just go into this book and read the story and just let her tell you a story that is, I don't know, maybe this isn't for everyone, but I'm really liking it. So, okay, bye. Okay, I finished Broken Country. Look at all my tabs, you guys. I loved this book so much. so far. This is my favorite of my Go With The Flow booked prompts that I've read. I know we're only in May, but this was so good. It's worth all the hype. Can't say much. It's 5 stars, not without a doubt. 10 stars if I could give it 10. This is going to be a favorite of the year. I'd be shocked if it doesn't make the top 12 of the year because this was brilliant. So much was packed into this shorter book. It was only 302 pages, I think. Let me double check. I was just looking at it. Yeah, 302 pages. Well, there's a letter, so 303 at the very end. But, oh my gosh, this book, the mysteriousness of this, the love stories in here, the heartache. Oh my God, it was just brilliant and so well done. And I'm definitely going to be watching this author and be reading more of her works, 100%. If this is even on your radar at all, if this sounds interesting at all, you will not regret it. Please pick it up. I cannot wait to talk to someone that has read this that I can talk freely about. This was so good. So 5 stars for May's Go With The Flow. It's now time to pick up June's book. So I had 303 pages. So what I'm going to read is Making Faces by Amy Harmon. This is, let me tell you the exact page count. 300 and technically, well, it's almost exact, which wasn't on purpose. It is 307 pages. So this is within 25 pages of each other. So this is my next one. This is also, Eyes was for one of the on the cover buzzword, on the cover challenge that I didn't get to read in May. So I figured I'm going to read it now. So this one is kind of a hard-hitting contemporary, I'm guessing. It's a little bit, it's a modern take of Beauty and the Beast, which I love that. It says, Ambrose Young was beautiful, but maybe because he was so beautiful, he was never someone Fern thought she could have until he wasn't beautiful anymore. Making Faces is a story of a small town where 5 young men go off to war and only one comes back. It is the story of loss, collective loss, individual loss, loss of beauty, loss of life, loss of identity. It is the tale of one girl's love for a broken boy and a wounded warrior's love for an unremarkable girl. These boys go to war after 9/11, and I'm worried this is going to be a little bit hard-hitting because my husband fought in the wars after he was in Afghanistan and Iraq after 9/11, so this one might be a little harder to read, but I'm excited to, Amy Harmon, I've only read 2 of her books, but they were both 5 stars, so this isn't historical fiction like her other 2 that I've read, so I'm interested to see how this goes, but this will be my June pick. So I'm going to get started today, actually, and then I will check in when I get about halfway and let you know my thoughts. Hey everyone. Okay, not quite halfway, 128, but I could not wait to tell you guys my initial thoughts. This book is so good. I don't know that this would be a 5-star for everybody. It's definitely historical fiction. It's more hard-hitting contemporary kind of fiction. But I am obsessed with this small town and all of their characters. I love Ambrose, the main character. It's really cool how Amy is explaining him as he's learning about himself and learning about how he's feeling. Very interesting take. He's a high school wrestler and he's very good at what he does. You know, we're talking full ride scholarship, that kind of thing. And so wrestling is in here, which is interesting, but I really like how Amy shares with the reader and explores the pressures of being that talented at a sport and what that feels like for the actual kid that is playing, that is wrestling. That's been a cool, unique spin. I didn't really know that was going to be in here. Very well done. I think, kind of side note, but the pressures that sometimes parents put on their kids or kids put on themselves even because they're so worried about disappointing their parents to be the best and not, you know, be perfection and not mess up and all of those things and like what that looks like internally to that child. So Sorry, I'm starting to sound like a school counselor, but very well done, very interesting, very real, amazing. So I'm really liking Ambrose's character. Fern, the main female lead, I dare you not to love her. Like, she is just such good people. And there's a character named Bailey in this book who is her cousin, who he is in a wheelchair, and so we have some disability rep in here as well, which is handled very delicately and very, very well done. And we haven't even gotten to, well, I better be quiet, but I've already teared up. I cannot put this book down. I've only sat down once with it. I'm already 128 pages, so I literally just read over 100 pages because this has sucked me in. I will be shocked if this isn't a 5-star. I know in last month's book for Broken Country, that was 10 out of 10 stars, 5 stars, but then I said that was my favorite of the Go With The Flow prompts so far. I don't know. This one might be the favorite. I don't know. This is so good. It's too soon to tell. But I'm so excited that back to back I've gotten some really solid books, and I'm definitely enjoying my reading experience. So that's exciting. Yeah, I think this is one that is going to be, I could see it being a favorite. I could definitely see it being a 5 stars. I'll be shocked if it's not. I just want to hug all of these characters. I feel like I am living in the town with them, and I just love all the different, you know, the social commentary, and just, oh, she's such a great writer, you guys. She makes you feel for each of these characters, and she's just amazing. So this is going really well. I know I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm gonna go, but I'll check in at the end and give you guys more thoughts. I don't even have words. I don't have any words. Let's see, what do we check in? I was in chapter 16, same day, later in the day. Like I said, I have not been able to stop putting this book down. I have not been able to put this book down. My hair is kind of crazy, sorry. It is hot today, and a thunderstorm is rolling in, so I'm probably gonna head in here in a second, but oh my gosh. Okay, so we checked in at chapter 16. I'm in the middle of a chapter and I stopped because I refused to keep reading. So I've read another 100-ish, a little more than over 100 pages. I don't have that much left. That's what I have left right here. Nope, I don't have words, and I'm mad at Amy right now. We are not talking. I don't know if I can finish this book. I can't say why, because it would totally spoil this book for you, but I think I'm gonna cry the next 10 pages, but maybe not, maybe not. Why is Amy doing this to me? I'm you know, really enjoying this book. Oh my God, you guys, this is so good. I love this book. I love this book, and I'm so scared to keep reading and see how it ends. So I'm gonna walk away. I'm definitely finishing this today, but I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna start thinking about making something for dinner for my family and try to finish this tonight when I'm in bed, because I have to know how this is gonna wrap up. I have another 60 pages before it's over, and I'm scared, you guys. I'm scared she's gonna break my heart. Okay, bye. Okay, everyone. So last night in bed, I finished making faces. I didn't record my final thoughts because I was a blubbering mess. I cried my eyes out, like ugly cried. Like no makeup, in bed, in my pajamas, and I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I tried to get on camera so you guys could see the raw emotion. It was frightening. So you're not getting that. So it's the next day. But I read this book in one day, and it was such a good reading experience. I wonder if if I could read every book I was reading in one day, how much that would improve my rating. Because sometimes when you're reading a book and it takes, you know, a couple weeks to get through it because life gets in the way or whatever, I think you lose something there than just sitting and reading a story all the way through in one day. But, you know, who knows. But anyways, this is definitely a favorite of the year. It is going along on that Post-it in my reading journal with Broken Country. I loved this. This is my favorite Amy Harmon that I have read. So I read up What the Wind Knows and the one where they go west. It's like the Wagon Trail, Where the Lost Wander. So those are both great books. I love them, but this was my favorite. This book was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. What it said about beauty and, needing each other and beauty on the inside, not the outside. Like, I sound like a corny mom talking. Sorry, my hair is it's dirty hair day today. So you get a braided ponytail, but, it was just beautiful. It made me cry. I wanted to give this book a hug and just like sleep with it under my pillow. Like, I absolutely loved it. It was heart-wrenching. It was very hard to read at times. I cried not just at the end of this book. I got emotional throughout this book. And it was just such a beautiful story. The writing was top-notch. The characters, I felt like they were my best friends, or like that I knew them in real life. I felt like I was in this town with them. You didn't get as much time deployed that I thought you would. You get more of the aftermath, which is fine. You get very couple chapters here and there about the boys' time overseas, but coming back from war, I can't speak from experience, but my husband has shared, and coming back from war is very difficult. And Ambrose's feelings about the war and what happened to him and what happened to his friends, all of it was 100% accurate. Like, she must know someone or have, took the time to, interview someone or multiple people. There is author acknowledgments, which I didn't read, but it looks like she thanks her children. She does a special acknowledgement to Aaron Ross, who is her husband's cousin, who suffers from, I'm going to say it wrong. It's DUCHENNE, muscular dystrophy. So that's what Bailey had in this story. And to Eric Shepard, thank you for your military service and for looking out for my little brother in Iraq. So it looks like she had a brother that was in Iraq, which is so interesting. It says, and thank you for giving me a glimpse of what it's really like for the soldiers when they're gone and when they come home. Looks like she thanks a retired police sergeant and some other people. So yeah, she did her research. This book was, like I said, raw, real, beautiful. I loved everything about it. Please pick this up. Pick up Broken Country and pick up Making Faces immediately. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, high recommend for me. This is definitely forever staying on my shelves. I'm going to recommend it to anybody and everybody that I can convince to read it. It was so good. So beautiful. Oh, it's such a good story, you guys. Close to my heart forever. I love this story. Well, oh my gosh, that wraps it up, you guys. Another quarter two, another round of Go with the Flow. This has been the strongest round. I mean, it's only been two, but definitely May and June have been my favorites of this reading challenge so far. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Keep a lookout. I have 2 more quarters of this vlog coming out. So let's see. The next one will be the end of September and then at the end of the year. So the end of September, we have July, August, September. So we'll have to look at those prompts and start thinking about what I want to read. But thanks as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're reading something amazing. If you're not, put it down, pick up Amazing Faces, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.